Hi, I'm Lori Moffat. I'm a speech-language pathologist. I work with adults who have memory and thinking skills problems. Today, I want to talk about why I can't drive. So, I hear that sometimes when I'm working with people, that the doctor has said that I can't drive anymore, but I don't understand why not. So a lot of people, a lot of family members, caregivers, we've gone through it a few times with people about why we can't drive, and they're having difficulty processing that information. They're having difficulty reasoning that through. They're not able to see what their problems are, not able to see why they're having difficulty with the driving aspect, and they just really want to be able to drive. And so this is for families, this is for caregivers to be able to have some tools as to what to say when this topic comes up and it's relentless. It's as if they're just stuck on this mode of, I want to drive, and why not? The car's right there, I see the keys, I'm ready to go. And although we'd like to let them, we'd like things to be as normal as what they were before, they're just not that way anymore. A lot of times it's easier if we do hide the keys, if we do put the car away in the garage, if we sell the car because there's no one there to drive it anymore. That's really all good, but I understand that there's a process that goes along with this. So driving means that there's a loss of independence, not able to do the things that I was once able to do, I was once able to drive, and why can't I do it anymore? There's things that have happened since being able to drive and not able to drive. Maybe it's been a stroke, maybe it's been another illness, maybe it's been some sort of memory loss, but regardless of how this has come about, it's important to tell the doctor, because at this point, if we're needing to take away the car keys, needing to take away the car, the doctor should know about this. And this should really come from the doctor. So it's all good if the doctor has said, you can't drive. And so that's what we really use, that's what I use when I tell people that, no, you can't drive, I'm sorry, you can't drive. The doctor says that it's not safe. I want you to be safe. I care about you. And these are things that we can say to our loved one. I care about you. I want you to be safe. And so the doctor says that you can't drive. It's not up to me to say that you're allowed to drive or not allowed to drive. We need to talk about this with the doctor. The doctor can say whether or not you can drive. And so maybe you've brought this up to the doctor a few times and the doctor is still continuing to say you can't drive. Well, we need to respect that from the doctor. There's a lot of people that when they're told you can't drive, will take that and say, okay, I can't drive. I can't see very well. I don't drive at night anymore because I can't see all that well. And they just kind of take that and understand I can't drive. It's harsh, but they're eventually able to accept it. Those that are unable to accept it, in my opinion, have the more difficulty with their reasoning. Unable to see why not. And we may be giving a lot of reasons as to why not. There could be many, many reasons as to why not. And I don't want to go into all the reasons as to why not. I want to focus on this mantra of the doctor says so. The doctor says that it's not safe for you to drive. I care about you, and the doctor says that it's not safe to drive, so I'm going to help you in not allowing you to drive, because I care a lot about you. So people who want to drive even though they feel like they feel like they can drive, they don't have the awareness to the problems that they're having. So it's really an awareness to their deficits, an awareness to their problems that is difficult to be able to understand. So they often get stuck into, why can't I drive? And we need to keep up that mantra. We need to be strong in saying, the doctor says so. It's helpful to distract, to talk about something else, but to always show that we love, we care about them, we want them to be safe. And that's vital. And going back to the doctor says so. And your loved one may say, I don't care about what the doctor says. And with a response like that, you could say, the doctor wants you to be safe, I want you to be safe, I love you. And so you can hear the irritability in I don't care what the doctor says. And when we hear that irritability, we can also become irritable in our response, but we also have the choice of to stay calm. Because when we're able to stay calm, then they're more likely, your loved one is more likely to be able to stay calm. And that will be helpful in not continuing to argue. When your loved one sees the car, when they see the keys, that's going to make it get worse. It's going to make this problem of I want to drive worse because they see it. People who are having difficulty with reasoning, they tend to think mostly about themselves. They have difficulty seeing the viewpoint of other people, and they discount other views, especially about whatever it is that they're stuck on. So right now it could be driving. Next week it could be something else that they want to do. So it isn't necessarily just this one issue of driving, but this is a common one. Very, very common. So many times the family has difficulty recognizing that this is a problem with reasoning, because so much of the way that they look, the way that they sound, looks so normal. It just looks like what they used to do. And then they come out with a little crazy. It's just, well, the doctor says you can't do that, and yet you want to do this, and you're telling me I can do this, and yet we all know that this is like not a really smart move for you to get into the car and drive. So it's just really a challenge for the family to be able to notice. And so it's when it comes to these crazy moments of why not, that, and not able to understand, not able to reason, and it just forms an argument, a circular argument that is really helpful if we can focus on the positive, that I wish you could drive. I agree with you. You know, it would be nice. I'd love it if you could drive. That would be so wonderful. But the doctor says that it's not okay, and I need to keep you safe. I want you to be safe because I love you and I care about you. and you could talk to the doctor about it. So I hope that this has been helpful, and I appreciate your watching. Thank you so much.